proud. Oh. Who in America is prepared to stand up to the billionaire class and transform America? Well, turns out there are a lot of people in Springfield, Massachusetts, and across this country who are prepared to do exactly that. And I am often asked by the media who are commenting on how well we are doing, they want to know why hundreds of thousands of people throughout this country have come out to rallies or digital meetings that we have held. They want to know why over 200,000 Americans have signed up to volunteer on this campaign. They want to know, how does it happen that 650,000 Americans have made well over 1 million individual contributions in this campaign? And how does it happen that you can raise all kinds of money when 99% of your contributions are $100 or less? So I'm proud to tell you that our campaign is a different type of campaign. It is a grassroots campaign designed not only to elect someone to be president of the United States, but to build a political movement. The reason that we don't have a super PAC is pretty simple. I don't represent the billionaires and the millionaires, and I don't want their money. And let me tell you something else that no other candidate for president will tell you. It's a simple truth. It's a painful truth. And that truth is that no president of the United States, not Bernie Sanders or anyone else, can do what has to be done to rebuild the crumbling middle class in this country unless we have a political revolution. And that is not rhetoric, that is reality. And the reality is that in our country today, sadly and tragically, corporate America, the corporate media, Wall Street, the big money interests have so much power that no president can do what has to be done unless millions of Americans come together and say loudly and clearly, enough is enough. What this campaign is about is a very simple principle, that when we come together, we can create a government which represents all of the people and not just a handful of very wealthy campaign contributors. What this campaign is also about is to remind everyone in our country that today, this moment, we are the wealthiest country in the history of the world, but very few Americans understand that. And they don't understand that, they don't feel it, because they're out working 2 or 3 jobs. They're out making $8, $10 an hour. They can't afford the prescription drugs they need. They can't afford to send their kids to college or pay for childcare. And in some cases, they can't afford the rent and they're sleeping out on the streets. And what our job is to create an economy that works for all of us and not just the 1%. Our campaign has been doing well because we're speaking straight to the American people, not a lot of obfuscation, just some straight, plain talk about the reality of what is going on in our country and how together we have got to change it.